as promised from the last video, here is a good legit test of my air horn. That is, yeah, that's loud. I think there's a leak in the tank though. I didn't hear any at first, but I think maybe one has developed. So we'll see. All right, so a little planning update here. Like this has to get removed. I was originally going to put the rear struts for the cage all the way back here until I read that no, they go over the rear struts. It helps when you read instructions. Let this be a lesson. Always read the instructions. Obviously, we're not for lack of work. There's a ton to do in this car yet, and it's almost unfathomable. It's almost unfathomable. So, but you just got to break it down a little bit at a time. If I'm a little too all over the place for you guys, hey man, let me know. Say you want more focused content. Right now, we're just kind of, it's whatever the day brings us, whatever I feel like doing right now. So this is the passenger side rear quarter. See, over here, because we want to keep the top, because who doesn't want a drag car that's convertible? I mean, you know, those dragon drives, I've seen them on YouTube, and there's, they can get pretty hot. They're in some pretty decent times of the year, so get a little sun, you know? Of course, we're not going to have an air conditioner. I've seen those cool shirts, though. Definitely, because I'm planning on doing water-to-air, air-to-water intercooling for the turbo system. You'd run things like cool shirts, which I've seen them from like KSR and Cleetus, and I have to imagine they were pretty good on a 5 or 10 gallon tank of ice water running through your shirt. Hey, keep your body cold. The rest of you is cool too. So, but that's where we're going to put our battery. I don't know that I'm going to make a battery box, because you can get marine battery boxes for boats and whatnot, and they're already plastic, they're already fireproof, they're already weatherproof, whatever you name it proof. So we're going to put that down in there. And here, because you can't run your stock fuel tank, obviously, for obvious reasons. So what we're going to do is we want to put, in a coming episode, we're going to dedicate an episode to just creating this tank, and that'll be our fuel cell. It'll be all aluminum. Probably, I really haven't seen the rules, because I probably should look for them on how thick it has to be. I know it's got to be leak tested, pressure tested, everything like that. Fully TIG welded aluminum is what it'll be. I'm practicing my TIG welding. It is 50-50, it's getting there. So, but I got tons of scrap aluminum, I got tons of spare pieces doing TIG tests and whatnot like that, so I can make decent looking welds. Because right now, my MIG skills are even way down, because I don't do it all the time. I don't do it that much. So what I've been doing is I've been dedicating a couple hours a day to doing it. A bunch of scrap metal. I have a bunch of leftover tubing from the cage. So just practice. Just make it happen. Just go buy a welder. I don't care if it's a cheap welder. Go to your local mom and pop or big box hardware store and get a welder. Even if it's a flux core welder, get a welder and start there. Obviously, you can't use a flux core welder to weld NHRA cages or anything like that, but you get the idea. Just go out and learn it. There is plenty of information out there that you can go out and you can do and learn MIG and TIG welding all on your own. So that being said, like I says, I need to get one bunch of aluminum stock. I found some, I had some old, I think it's like inch and a half square tubing that I can use for my transmission mount. Yay! But that's just to, and we'll go over this in an upcoming episode, but that's just to get it up to the height, where the frame comes down and then you got, the height. So I got that part, but I'm going to have something like some really strong piece of rectangular tubing that we can make for a transmission cross member, because we have to go under there and put the drive shaft loop in anyways, because we have to go under there and get a new drive shaft made anyways, because it's about a foot short. So that being said, battery will be there, and then you'll have the main battery switch come out here, you know. We'll have to drill a hole in here somewhere so it can have that, shut it up, and so we can shut it off. And then I'm hoping, because if we can put it up here, as you can see, it kind of V's down in there. So if we can get the cage up to like here, not the cage, get the tank up to there, that's got to be a 20-gallon tank. 15 at least anyways, I would think. If we have a 15 or 20-gallon tank, that should be enough for any good drag and drive. Obviously, you're allowed to bring fuel with you, but most drag and drives don't allow you to put fuel in unless you're at a fuel station. Even if you ran out on the side of the road, you get points deducted or something like that. Someone correct me if I'm wrong on that one. That could just be Rocky Mountain Race Week. I'm not sure. There's tons of drag and drives now, so I'm not even putting all my hopes on Rocky Mountain Race Week anymore. I'm just going to go out and find the next one available, and buddy, we're going to do it. With not Death Week, because they're doing Death Week right now. It's 1,900 miles around Death Valley and into Southern California, Mexico, all them area states right there where it's really hot. And boy, those guys are having fun right now. But good luck to all the competitors. So, but yeah. Eventually, see, if we take this cage, and see, what I want to know is if I can actually put another bar, because I'm going to leave this here for right now, because what I'd like is to come and then have something here, just like that, just to protect the back end if we were ever rear-ended or anything like that, because again, its primary purpose is a drag and drive car. And drag and drive cars, you got to drive them on the road. And what's on the road? People not paying attention on their cell phones. They're blind, I don't know, drunk, you name it. One of a million things that come rear-end me, and at least maybe I'll have a little protection back there. You know, and then they can pay for their car. So, but yeah, if we do that, put a nice aluminum tank right here, we can put the water tank for the intercooler right there, and then we can just plumb it all. Because if we make the tank, then we can put baffles in the tank and put the... we want to make sure, because I don't know if you can see this. The car's completely level on jack stands. But I don't know if you could see this, but it kind of goes down like that. We're not going to want that. We're going to have it go back like that. So there'll be some spacers on this inside end, because we want wherever the sump is, which is going to be back here somewhere, it'll be down a little bit and always filter or always funnel into that. And inside the tank, there'll be baffles, so the fuel sloshing around, you take off and all the fuel comes back like this, you won't be starving for fuel. And we don't want to starve for fuel because we want to win races, not starve for fuel. Just trying to take all the knowledge I've seen, everything I've learned, everything I've gone over, and going to try and apply it to here. Hopefully we come out with a good running, driving car that maybe wins us a couple of races. Hey, just popping in here quick to ask, have you had a chance to hit that subscribe button yet? If not, if you could just take a second and go click on that subscribe button, you would have my undying gratitude. And as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for choosing to be a part of my little corner universe. Go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe, and it would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you. So as you can see, I've yanked the engine back out. I want to prepare a couple of things under there. We got all our mounting locations in. Everything's where it should be. And I can go in and I can clean all that up so we can weld in our tabs. So, right. I apologize. It's a little bit of a step back to a couple of videos ago. I just want to finish all this stuff off so we can get that bad girl in there and get it in there and let her eat. Because then, as you saw, we have to make a transmission mount as well. Yeah, we might try and put the transmission in off the engine, but we'll see. We'll go from there. So, but yeah, as you can see, a lot of work needs to be done. The welds, they look like crap. They got penetration, but they just look like crap. So I think I'm going to redo them just to make everyone happy. You know, hopefully get this thing out and inspect it here pretty soon. I really just got to finish up the cage. I just got to focus, finish up the cage, and get it done. Trying to leave as much of this intact as I humanly can. Which, you know. There. Whatever. I'm sure that orange wire is going to come back and haunt us, but the fact that this whole thing is likely leaving anyways, I'm not too concerned about it. Could be airbag, could be whatever, a number of things. The radio controls, which we're not going to have a radio, so don't want a radio. Going to have headphones. You can use, like helicopter pilot headphones. They make them for cars now. Dragon drivers use them all the time. And they have Bluetooth too. So if I do have a co-pilot, then they can listen to music and whatnot. Like we can talk in between each other without having to yell over a big, loud twin turbo 489 with the exhaust that's going to be right in front of us. I haven't really thought about running it out the back. Probably going to be a mistake. I don't know. But right now, it's just going to come up and come out, and we're going to call it good. What do we got here? It is wrapped up there. I don't know what this is. It's like some kind of... I don't know what this is. Insulator, heat mat, I don't know. Call it what you will. I call it freaking annoying. They are saying... You're not going anywhere. That's an I don't know what. Big dude in a car with a cage tacked in place. Some things you probably should have thought of before you did the other step. But, whatever. Makes me, maybe, give me a little exercise. Makes me lose some weight. Which is the best for a car mod you can do. So, there we go. Okay, that needs to be cleaned up. And obviously, well, not only cleaned up, it needs to be filled in. We're not going to worry about where we had to cut out for the cage on this part, because it extends back like a foot or two. And we'll worry about it out there. But yeah, now this is ready, where I can put in stuff and get it all sealed up. We're going to take us some patch paneling, and we got to clean it all up though. We got to get all that paint off and dirt and everything like that, and we'll be ready.
Nobody cared who I was until I put on the mask. So I'm gonna play Bang while I'm wearing my respirator, because I'm not breathing in that crap. This is just, it's not big enough, obviously. It's just a 16 gauge project panel I picked up from the local hardware store. Yeah, gotta get a couple more. I have to go out to the local steel place anyway, so I'll probably pick up some more stuff. But as you can see, yeah, doesn't quite fit. And I want all this sealed up. Well, I'm pretty sure it all has to be sealed up.
This is fun. Ah, come on. I had it up there before. Apparently, it's just not going to work for us. You come on. Went down a little bit, so not burning, just so we got this tacked. I know my tacks kind of suck, but we got that tacked in. You can obviously see we can, if you look right in there, obviously you can see gaps where we need to fill stuff in. You get the drill. For holes like that, where the forward strut attaches, we're gonna use like some building grade, commercial grade fire sealant. I've seen it before. You can get it pretty readily available, and so it'll be all nice and fireproof, and so we can protect the cockpit as much as we can. So I think that's going to do it for today. I'm not going to bore you with some stuff that I've already done. I'm sorry. I don't mean to go a little backwards. I have no excuse, and I apologize. I'm going to really make sure to not do that. From now on, we're going to get the projects done and moving forward instead of, oh, now I have to do this again. I apologize. So I'm going to pop the engine back in permanently. I'm just going to do it off camera. I'm not going to bore you guys with another video or even seeing it again. So I'm going to do that off camera. Yeah, then we'll just keep moving forward. You and me together. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.